And if I understand you correctly, sales was not your preference, right? You wanted to go into banking.
Yes, correct. I did not want to go into sales,
So
but it was the only job hiring.
yeah. And so two questions, right? So one is when you got into sales, which is not what you wanted to do, how was your reaction to that? Were you accepting it? Were you resisting it? And now after the fact, in hindsight, how do you see that skill? Because I think it's a very important skill for entrepreneurs. How do you see that path, that or what you learned, how you grew, and which allowed you to actually maybe or helped you in your journey as an entrepreneur?
Yes, great question. I'll answer the last question first. It was the best thing that ever happened to me, and I'll explain a little bit why in a second. But when I did go into sales, I was so grateful for the opportunity because it had taken me 1.5 years to get a job. And through that 1.5 years, after graduating university, you're so excited, you're ready to start in the real world. And I couldn't get a job to save my life. Literally, I had to move in with my aunt. It was a mess. And so when I finally got the opportunity, the first sense, the first feeling was relief. I was so grateful. But give it, 6 months, and I'm seeing my friends, I'm seeing my peers finally start to get jobs of banking, finally start to get the things that they wanted to do. And there was a tremendous amount of envy. There was jealousy. There was resentment. There's all those negative emotions that come up because when you invest in something for so long and want something and life throws you a curveball, you have to deal with those emotions. Otherwise, you're just bottling them down. So I experienced them, but I never lost sight of the gratitude for the opportunity that I had. And so I think you can live in this dual world where on one end you can accept disappointment, but on the other end, and still invest, still have this sense of gratitude. And in hindsight, it was the best thing that ever happened to me because I gained such valuable skills that has only helped me now being an entrepreneur. In fact, going through Y Combinator, which is the preeminent accelerator, the thing that surprised me the most was for 3 months, the whole course structure, I'm going to exaggerate a little bit, but it really felt like all YC was teaching engineers how to sell, which is really funny to me.